Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. So today's video is all about setting up a planner. So in my last planner setup video, I was using my and I've now switched to my GM, which is, you can see it's a lot bigger. So I get quite a few questions asking, what are some tips on setting up a planner? So there are different kinds of planners out there. You can get a spiral planner at your local store that has a monthly section and weekly section. But this video is primarily for setting up a planner that has rings where you can customize it, or if you're using a traveler's notebook, those can be customized as well. So I'm just going to give you a few tips, share what I do, my process, and hopefully if you follow these tips, to the T, you will be able to set up a planner that's specific to you and your life and what you need to track. And I'm going to share a few shops where you can search for inserts if you're new to planning and you don't know where to shop. I also have a few printables on my blog, so stay tuned. Hope you enjoy this video. Okay, so we're going to assume, which it should be, that you're setting up a planner because you want to be more organized, you want to keep track of your appointments. I tell myself all the time that I'm going to remember having an appointment for next week or the week after, and then I end up missing that appointment. So I definitely have to write things down. I need to be able to keep track of my finances. I need to make sure that bills are paid on time. I need to keep track of planning my garden. I like to write things down that's on my mind. I also like to keep track of my to-do list. So I know the reason why I need a planner, and with that, I am more encouraged to use it because I know if I don't use the planner, then I'm going to forget this doctor's appointments, or I may forget to pay this one bill, or the kids' activities are coming up. I'm going to forget that I have to go there. So once you understand, why you're doing it, you'll be a lot more motivated to use your planner, and then you will get into that habit of relying on your planner, because having a planner, have it all set up is one thing, and using it is a totally different thing. And a lot of people always say that, all right, well, I have a planner, I have it set up, and then they don't use it. Oh, I fell off. Oh, I don't really use it all the time, but you need it. So you have to figure out, why is it that you're not using the planner? So when you set up the planner initially, just make sure that you list everything that you want in a planner. So you have to understand why you're doing it, because it will help in the long run if you tailor it to your life and what you need to keep track of. Using it will be like second nature, so you won't have a problem down the road where, oh, you fall off, you're not using it anymore. Well, it's a part of your life. You need to use it because I'm going to forget everything that I have to do. All right, so once you figure out, why you're doing it, you need to figure out what kind of planner size that you like. If you're a type of person who carries small pocketbooks, like I'll just love a mini tote, well, maybe a smaller size planner will work for you, such as an size, or you can do a pocket size. I wouldn't recommend the Louis Vuitton pocket agenda, the PM size, because the rings are really, really small. So unless you're brave enough to swap them out for different rings, I wouldn't suggest that you purchase it. If you like to carry a tote, or you have a bigger pocketbook and you don't mind carrying around a larger size agenda, I recommend getting the A5 size. But keep in mind that this agenda becomes pretty heavy, because once it's all stuffed with your inserts and everything that you have, it becomes really heavy. And if you have, all your other toiletry items and everything in your bag, just consider that the weight being a factor. Okay, so the next step is for finding a focus for your agenda or your planner. I keep saying agenda because I have a GM and it's an agenda. So I wrote down all the sections that I would like to see in my planner. It's planning to make up your planner. It's like a thing. You have to figure out what you're doing, or then you're going to be all over the place. You'll have a planner filled with 10 million sections of unnecessary inserts, and it will be unproductive because you don't need everything. So I need to focus on self-care. I need a section where I can write my goals. It doesn't have to be a full section that's divided. It could just be a couple note pages like I did in mine. I also need to keep track of my weekly plans, and I need a section for finance. I need a section for social media, which is my This Well Planned Life business. home and garden, and a small section to track work. So this is my goals section that I put together. It's 2 inserts that I made, and I just jot down some things that I want to work on. Nothing major. It's not a full section. There's no tab that says goals. I know these inserts are in here and I use them. Well, I'm supposed to kind of check in monthly just to see where I am with these goals, and that's it. So once you have your sections all figured out, remember, keep only the most important thing that you want to have. These are going to be your focus. So these focus that I wrote down matches what I actually put together. So and then one thing too, for a personal touch, I suggest that you get dividers that are unlabeled. This way you can create your own label. So this is treat yourself, for my self-care, write it down for my weekly plans, cash money for personal, for financing. This is well-planned life. And then I have 2 more in the bottom, office and home and garden. So I personalize these because it's just an expression of my personality. And, you know, with decorating your planner, it is an expression of your personality. So you make your planner you tailor it to what you like and what you want to do. Another important tip is how you have your planner laid out, as far as how do you organize the sections. It may not sound like a big deal, but if you're a person that keeps a running to-do list, like you're constantly keeping track of what you have to do, you may be one of those people who needs to see your to-do lists on the first page. I keep my to-do lists in my weekly section because I don't like to keep tasks carrying over from week to week. I try to put them down on my to-do section. I don't have a separate to-do list, but if you are a list person, you may want to put your to-do list section in the very beginning of your planner. What I do is I have a dashboard that I made this on Canva. You can make this on Word or any document that you have. You write whatever you want to write and just turn the font this way. You print it and cut it. It's pretty simple. And then I have some things that I need to do that are kind of pressing. See, kind of pressing. And I leave it here. This is as far as to-do list that I will have. If you're a person that needs to keep track of, let's say you like your monthly inserts up front, because when I open my planner, I need to see my month at a glance, or I need to see my week at a glance, then that's something that you will put towards the front of your planner. And because that's now your priority, so that's what you want to look at first thing. So those are some tips that if you stick to the tips that I spoke about, you can set up a planner that's right for you. You can get your inspiration. I have lots of photos on my Instagram. I have older videos with planner setups. If you're inspired to set up a planner similar to mine, if you have any questions about where I get anything, you can ask. But just know that, you know, setting up a planner is personal to you. Put some thought into it. Don't just, oh, let me buy this insert, that insert. Then you'll have a stuffed planner with unnecessary inserts, and you'll also waste money. Don't forget the money part. So just to go over the tips I recommended, you know, understanding why you're setting up a planner. Once you know why you're doing something, you'll be more committed to continue to do it, especially if you're doing it for, you know, for self, to help yourself. Figuring out what size planner you need. That's important because we carry our pocketbooks or a backpack, whatever bag you want to carry. You need to figure out, is my planner going to fit in my bag? Because if it cannot fit in your bag, you're not going to want to take it with you daily. The third thing I wrote them down, was list your focus that you want to focus on as far as your sections, and come up with some cute tab names. You can make your own tabs. I have a Brother P Touch machine that I wrote these and I printed them on clear label. So when you get a P Touch or any type of label machine, it usually prints out on a white sticker. White could have went well with this because the dividers are white, but mine was clear. So if you have colored dividers, you can print on the clear one as well. So come up with your tab names, and then you figure out the layout that works best for you, what you want to see in the front versus what you want to see in the back. And then you can search your inserts. So I'm going to list a few shops that sells insert below. I do have a few printables on my blog. They're always $1. You can download them and use them for personal use. And if you have any questions, just comment below anything that you're unclear of, anything you need help with. If you want to set up a planner, you're kind of stuck. I do offer organizing service on my blog. You can check out services that will be listed below as well. So I really hope you enjoyed this video. If you have any suggestions of any other videos that you want to see, comment below. I'm always here to help. I love planning and everything planner related. Check out my Instagram for more inspiration. You can check out a few blog posts that I made in the past. And I also have a video on my IGTV where I actually set up a planner. I wrote it all out just like this. I actually had sub-tabs. I'm gonna see if I can show you like a clip in this video. So I'll link that below as well, so definitely check that out. So thank you for watching, and if you're new to my channel, please subscribe and turn on your notifications.